Okay, welcome back, everyone. So those of you who have been with us for several sessions, and some today, will have heard quite a few of our speakers talking about the way that self-storage is starting to migrate towards remotely managed sites, which is fantastic, but you cannot do that without the right tech at your disposal. So our next speaker, Anthony McMorrow from Janus, has built his career on really understanding how tech combined with customer service can drive your business forwards. So please welcome to the stage, Anthony. Give him a warm round of applause. Over to you, Anthony.
Thank you very much. Cheers. So, as you said, my name is Anthony. I'm the head of regional sales here in the UK for Janus International. Janus is the global leader in self-storage solutions. We turn over £1.2 billion per year. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange, with our largest market being in the US because it's a very mature market, with over 6% of the population utilising self-storage facilities. We're a bit of a way away from catching up with here in the UK, but that gives us a great growth opportunity. We actually manufacture here in the UK and Poland in Europe. All of our products are high quality and sustainable products as well. And we work with customers from start to finish, and we get a really good understanding of what their requirements are. And one of the key industry shifts that we're seeing, as Charlotte said, is very much a shift from manned sites to managed sites. Traditional sites can be quite costly. They offer limited opening hours, and also there could be an inconsistency in experience depending on how good your staff actually are. Managed sites answer those questions or those issues by automation, and it's all about managing it remotely. The enabler of that is smart access systems, and our smart access system is called Noki. Noki is a game changer for, is it going to work? Yes, it works. It's a game changer for the self-storage industry. It's an app-based solution that works off of your smartphone. So customers can go up to your perimeter gate, use the app to access the gate itself. Then once they're actually in the compound, they can then go ahead and take what they're requiring to put into self-storage, move over towards the opening, well, the main door, use the app again to go have access to the property, and then go ahead and find the unit itself. Once you're on the unit, use the app once again to open the lock, and then go ahead and do whatever you need to do in the self-storage. The app has been designed about security, and the whole system is based around the gateways. The gateway collects all of the information and pings it up to the cloud. We have sounders that are triggered by any tampering or unwanted activity on the door lock itself because of the motion sensors. This also enables you to automatically overlock the doors so that any notifications can be sent to the cloud as well, enabling you to remotely manage. Noki comes in two flavors. First being Noki One. Noki One is all about retrofitting. So if you've already got a facility with locks on your doors, then we can actually replace that with Noki One. All of the technology is actually in the lock itself, so that it means that you can swap out the old lock, the old dumb lock, and put in the new smart lock. It's battery powered as well. But if you have a new installation, Noki Ion is actually better for yourselves because all of the technology is actually in the post. So it's a dumb lock with an intelligent post. It's all hardwired as well. So the key takeout here is that no matter if you're an existing facility or you're a new facility, Noki has a solution for you guys. There are many, many benefits to Noki. They can be categorized in three main areas. First of all, there's cost saving. Second of all, it enables you to differentiate. And thirdly, increase security. So looking at the cost savings, If we look at the customer journey, someone can go onto your website, go ahead and book a unit, pay for it, and then you can download our app. Once they've got our app, it gives you access to the gate, the entry door, and the self-storage unit. At none of that point in that journey is a human involved in that. Okay? So when you look at the SSA report, which I highly recommend that you get, you can actually see that the highest cost for any operator is actually staffing costs. So many of our operators are reducing this considerably, some of them down to zero, because they no longer need manned facilities. So a huge part of their cost has been just eradicated. Onto differentiation. The self-storage annual report again went ahead, and this SSA went ahead and asked many customers of self-storage units what they would actually like in addition. And the top one came, luckily for us, was that it was a phone-based keyless access for your unit, which is no key. You could change that for no key. And then the third one is extended or different opening times. Now, I was speaking to a removal firm yesterday, and they said that most of their removals of house movers operate at the weekend or are done at the weekend, whereas a lot of self-storage companies that are working on office hours aren't open. So there's a bit of a disconnect there. But by having an automated facility, you can actually operate 24/7, so that no longer becomes a problem. In terms of increased security, the facility is, an automated facility is only accessed via no key, so you know who's actually in that facility at any one time. That gives you great knowledge about who's in there at the end of the day. But then if someone was to go ahead and tamper with one of the units, there is motion and tamper sensoring on the lock itself, so that can create triggers for the sounder or the alarm, and also it can work with your CCTV company so that they can actually turn on or monitor the CCTV and look at that exact aisle to see what's going on. And then they can then do an action. That can either call the security firm or they can contact the police because it's being broken into. All of this information is housed within our platform, and that platform enables you to really dive into the information and give you a better understanding of all what's happening within your facility. Our colleagues in the US conducted a survey, and they found that operators who are using no-key smart systems have 95% fewer break-in claims than ones that haven't got no-key, which is a huge, huge win for no-key. In terms of the platform that I mentioned, there is a wealth of information available to you, but you can also action a lot of things. Down the side, there is a whole raft of different activities that you can do, enabling you to remotely manage your facility. One of my customers tells me often that he manages his facility from Spain on a beach, which is, he rubs my nose in quite a lot as I'm traveling through Hull or wherever, you know. No offense if you're from Hull. So it's a great platform. If you want to see it live, please come to our stand and we'll show you it. It enables you to do so much more with it. So many questions that we get asked. The first one is, what happens if the power's cut? And the first thing is, no-key has a backup system. It has batteries that can last for several days. So it gives you many days to enable you to get the power back on. But most importantly, if the power is cut, it doesn't open the locks stays shut. So the worst case scenario is that if the battery power runs out of the backup system, then the doors will remain locked until you get the power up. That's the worst case scenario. Another question we get asked is, how long does the battery last in no-key 1? It depends how often it's used, but we say between 18 months and 2 years, and then it needs to be replaced. Okay? How secure is the data on the cloud? Well, we use the same encryption technology as Bitcoin and the like. It's SHA-256 for any nerds out there. It's not been cracked. It's very, very secure. Does it work with any Property management software? Yes, it does. It works with the likes of Stora, Canovis, Space Manager, all of the top ones. It works hand in hand with very well. The other one is, how much does it cost? And it does depend on a variety of different things of what you're requiring. But you can look at 200 to 250 pounds per lock. And that, we say that gives you a return in investment of approximately 1 to 2 years if you no longer need staffing. Can you automatically lock out non-payers? Yes, you can. So that is real beneficial to you guys. So you don't have to go in and physically overlock. And does it enhance the valuation of your business? Savills say yes, it does. They actually use it as one of their key selling points because you're selling an automated facility which has got higher value. So the key takeouts here is Noki enables you to reduce your staffing costs with an automated facility. It gives your customers what they want, 24 access via a smartphone app. It increases security by 95%, and you can manage your site remotely, making your business extremely scalable. Okay. You can download the brochure there. And has anyone got any questions?
Oh, that was rapid and efficient there, Anthony.
Thank you very much.
Often find with products like that, you're expecting it to be hugely more technical and complicated, and actually at a user level, it's really straightforward.
It is.
You download the app and you turn up and you get close to your lock and it opens. And when it all works, and obviously, how many years has this product been in operation now?
Just over 2 years. It's just over 2 years it's been. Yeah.
So it's been tested, the creases have been ironed out.
No, that's exactly right. Yes,
Yeah.
We've got a very good customer support guy here. He's learned his lessons over the last 2 years, and the inquiries become less and less over these 2 years, haven't they? Because we've really ironed out a lot of the bugs, and it's a very solid system.
And in terms of training, so presumably when an operator decides to put the Noki system into either an existing depot or a new build depot, they need to train their staff.
Yeah.
Because if a customer has a problem with it or needs a little bit more support, it's the depot staff that they're going to go to. So what do you guys provide in terms of getting them up and running?
Well, this guy here does most of the training here in the UK.
Hi there, my name is Bob. So I'm the customer success manager at Noki. So I deal with all the training and onboarding. So what we've done is we've created multiple documents, and I also go on site and provide a live demonstration as well. We can also do that on Teams because we have a lot of European based as well. So what I do is I take you through the whole functionality of the whole application, but we also show your facility live in play as well. So I can literally open doors remotely across the world. So I done one the other day in Australia, and I opened their door in 15 seconds. And it was a live demonstration of their facility on our app, and that's the best way I can show it. We also have other demo units, for example, our stall over there, but we provide full training, full onboarding. Our turnaround time is very quick as well, but we also provide after support as well. So once you've actually had it live, we can take you through a refresher training as well, but we also try and provide you information of how you can extract the best data, because the application has amazing reporting. It has all the flexibility up to you how you want to run it and what you want to extract from it. But we give you all that information, and you're good to go from there, basically.
Thank you. And that's really interesting that you brought us onto data as well, because actually our next speaker, George, who's coming on just after lunch, is going to be looking at the amount of data that businesses generate and the fact that most of us do absolutely nothing with it, and how valuable it can be, and how to figure out what you can pull out of your data, with relative ease, and what it can do to help your business. So, a product like this is going to deliver tons and tons of data. So if that's already set up in the back end to make it easy to learn from that, then that's a real bonus. Oh, and you were talking about the ROI. So you said replacing a dumb lock with a smart lock is between 1 and 2 years.
Yeah.
So how does that calculate? Obviously, the cost of the actual physical lock, but it's to do with getting rid of that staffing
so
in a typical site.
Obviously, massively, the requirement for staffing is massively reduced. So many of our customers actually no longer have manned sites. So that is taken straight out, as that 25% on that graph showed. And so if you kind of like take the cost of the Noki installation against the cost of having someone staffing it, between 1 and 2 years, it pays for itself. After that, it all goes to the bottom line.
It's like a cloud sort of support. You have to pay a subscription per lock per month. How much is that?
It's £1 per lock per month.
Well, that's very easy. I can do the maths on that. So any other questions?
£6.
Replacement batteries, £6. Super. If there's no other questions, I'm just going to say thank you very much to Anthony. You can go over and visit the Janus
Please do.
exhibition booth on the other side of the hall. And we're going to have a quick lunch break now. But those of you who'd like to join us again for George's talk, that is going to be starting at 1:30. Thank you very much.